Okay, guys, I think we are live now. Let me just make sure. Do we have sound? Yes, if you guys can see, this is my studio setup. Let's go make sure we are live. Okay, it says we are live, guys, so I'm just gonna go back so we don't have a lot of echo. All right, so welcome to today's live. As we said, we're gonna be meeting at least once or twice a week, definitely once every Wednesday, alternating with Thursday. So last week we met on Thursday. This week we are meeting on Wednesday. Next week we meet on Thursday. The following week we meet on Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The reason we are doing that is because we have some of our members are not able to attend every Wednesday. So some were complaining that, oh, if you have it on every Wednesday, a lot of our members are still in the rat race, guys. They're still doing their 9 to 5s. They haven't achieved their freedoms yet, their financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. And that's what we like because it's a journey. So you're going to learn how to, progress, and you can see your progress, moving yourself from the rat race and eventually to having the freedoms. And that is the goal for all of us. So if you share those aspirations, please join me in the community that is the Smart Wolf Club, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, the Smart Wolf Club channel. Make sure you like these videos so we can reach as many moms and dads and sisters and brothers as possible. Okay, that is the point. The point here is to learn a skill. Okay, we are not only going to be talking about trading. You guys are aware we talk about trading at 5 a.m., at 6 p.m., at 2 at night. We are talking about trading because it's one of the fastest skill you can learn. You need just about 10,000 hours, guys. 10,000 hours, boom, in your pocket. You master the skill. 10,000 hours. It's not like the type of education we had to go through 18 years plus another 6 years of college and another, I don't know how many years. Some of you have all kinds of degrees, so you spent 20, 30 years in school. This one, you only need 10,000 hours, guys, minimum. 10,000 hours to practice, learn, look at the charts, study the charts, study the markets, and you can become a pro trader as far as stocks, crypto. It doesn't matter to me, whatever you're trading. As long as you're trading something online, you have the skill, you have the power to make money anytime. And of course, there's a risk, okay? So there's always a disclaimer that I'm going to put here. And before we proceed, let us do two things. We're going to say a prayer and we're going to put a disclaimer. In the name of the Father, we pray that whoever is going to apply this training, whoever is going to join our community may be successful. Whoever is going to apply this training may be successful. I pray that you give our coaches the knowledge and the ability to coach and train our new members. We pray this in the belief of the power mighty. Amen. Guys, it doesn't matter what you believe in. Whatever you believe in, the master teacher says, learn, practice, and teach others. Okay? When you teach others, you get better, and you also help them solve their problems. And when you help enough people solve their problems, your problems go away. And we have seen that in the community time and time. Okay? The disclaimer. This is the part that I like most because it reminds us who we are. We are humans. We have emotions. We have common sense, and some don't have it. So when it comes to trading, guys, anything online is very risky. Okay, you can lose your money or your entire investments. So always make sure you go into these acts, these practices, these campaigns using only money that you can afford to lose. If you don't have any money, you can trade paper money. Okay, they give you demo accounts. You can use those to practice your skill until you get good, and then you can start risking whatever you can afford to lose. Okay, now another disclaimer is that whatever I'm sharing with you here is not professional financial advice. That is very important. Okay, it is not investment advice. It's just what the members in our community do in the Smart Wolf Club. Whatever I'm sharing with you guys is what my coaches are doing, is what our members are doing. It may work for them, it may not work for you. The results are not guaranteed. We don't control the markets. We have no insider information. Whatever we're trading is whatever we're sharing with you is what our members are doing. Okay, so you take it with a pinch of salt. Okay, do your own research, practice, and make sure you master the skills. All right, guys. with that out of the way, let's look at the charts. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up my chart. We go to trading view. All right, so we're using trading view here, and today, as you can see, the title says the only 5-minute 5-minute fast candle strategy that you need. So as it says, at 9:30 a.m. you should be on your computer. So you can see we are a little late here, but you can see this is where it is. The 9:30 started right here. You guys can see the 9:30, it started right here. Okay, this is the candle for 9:30 candle here. I can put a mark there so you guys can see it. It's this one right there. It was a bearish candle. However, it was quickly overtaken by these power bars. You can see them. They're green candles going up. Okay, it is going up. However, we do have our strategy, the 15-minute. Okay, since we are late, we're gonna jump into the 15-minute on our next live. So guys, I'm gonna give you a bonus live this Friday. So this Friday at 9:30 a.m. we're gonna jump onto a bonus live, and we're gonna trade two strategies: the 5-minute fast candle strategy, and we're also gonna trade the FFCC, which is called the free flow color change strategy. We have about 5 strategies that we trade in the community regularly, and I'm gonna break them down as we go along this live. Okay, so we're gonna jump to the 15-minute, and I'm gonna remove this drawing here. So just remove that. So this is the 15-minute candle. You guys can see I'm gonna mark the top, which is right there. Let's make sure I got it. That is the top, including the wick, guys, and I'm gonna mark the bottom too. So let's see. So that's the top, and here is the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna put the red color on the bottom. Okay, now the other day I was using the rectangle. Okay, sometimes we use the rectangle, sometimes we just put the lines. Okay, because I want to show you something. All right, so now 15-minute, and then we're gonna scale it down to the 5-minute. Okay, so we go to 5 minutes. All right, so now this is 9:30 right here. This is where we started. So look at the 5 minutes. We are waiting for a breakout, simple breakout. Okay, we're gonna look for a breakout. If this candle closes above, this line here, our top line here, if it closes above this range, okay, we're gonna now, it becomes candle of interest. Okay, it becomes our interesting candle. You can see it is not, it's actually, it broke out a little bit and then it came down into the range. Okay, guys, I have a little sniffles today. I think I stayed up late last night, and it was in a very cold room, and I don't like the cold. Ooh, that's why you see I'm always bundled up. I have my jacket on, I have my hoodie, whatever you call it, a hoodie. I have my hat on because I don't like the cold. Okay, I'm human, guys. Yeah, it's time to bite an apple. If you guys have been watching me, some of you think I'm AI generated. No, I'm human. This is me. At some point, yes, I'm gonna use my AI clone to teach you guys. Okay, and you're gonna be treated the same. It is very funny, just like me. I hope I'm funny. All right. Okay, so let's have that honor to bite an apple. I like to bite my apples with the skin. It's yummy. They said it's an organic apple. That's what they told me. Do you believe them? Let me know in the comments below. What's the difference between an organic apple and just a regular apple? But it's tasty to me. I don't mind. So 1 apple a day keeps the doctor a day. That's my breakfast. Literally, that's what I eat. The first thing I eat is an apple when I'm trading. The day I trade, I bite on apples until I finish the trading session, because we trade between 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York time. We're trading the New York market session. Okay? There are several sessions. There's 3 sessions in the entire 24-hour time frame. There is the London session, which is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and there's the Asian market, or whatever. The Asian opening session is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, you can use these strategies that I'm showing you for any of these sessions, okay? However, most of us trade during the New York session. There's a massive volume. A lot of things happen during the New York market time, okay? And that's why we favorite That's my favorite time. And you don't have to be glued to your computer the whole day, my brothers and sisters. If you play your cards properly, this is gonna pay you, and it'll be enough to just trade the New York time. I mean the New York, yes, New York time, or the Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. opening, and then we be leaving our computers by about 11 a.m. So 1 hour and a half is sufficient. Now, if you don't know how to convert your time, we have a tool for you for free. You can go to the Profit and Wellness Hub. This site here, we've created it for you guys. This is free tools for you guys, okay, right here. It's what we call it, the Profit and Wellness Hub. However, here is the link. The link is profitwellnesshub.com. Profitwellnesshub.com. We didn't say profitandwellnesshub.com because we want to keep the address, the domain address, as short as possible. We wanted even shorter, maybe PFW hub or something. We didn't, but we couldn't get that. It's very hard to get those domains now, unless you pay an arm and a leg, $1 million to get a 3-letter domain. For you to get a domain with 3 letters, let's say pfw.com, you had to pay like $1 million. I mean, it's crazy out there, man. The world is so crazy. All right, let's go. So what do you do now? When you come to the profitwellnesshub.com, go to the apps section, okay? This is the apps section. There's a lot of tools for you. We even have a market Forex brain for you. This is an intelligence hub. It's coming up. It's work in progress. I'm working on it with my team here, with some of our members who are super smart guys. People who are like, extremely smart. You can literally see the smoke coming out of their heads. They're so smart that, like if you put something next to their head, it's going to be, if you put a magnet there, it's going to spark. They're so smart. Those guys can design anything under the sun using AI, using whatever you call it, coding. They're super smart. So somebody's working on this. These guys are working on it. It's a group of them. Very soon, this would be your go-to tool, right? The Market FX Brain. This is where you'll just come, plug in your asset, whatever you want to trade as far as the Forex market is concerned, and boom, it's going to tell you, well, today, take calls, today, take shorts, today, take long trades, today, literally, it's going to tell you what is happening in the market, okay? Because it's going to be doing a lot of research. So, of course, there's a lot of API work going on right now. So, negotiations, trying to get access to all that data is not easy, okay? But we are doing it for you because we love you guys. All right, but anyway, this is where you want to go, the time converter, okay? So, Market FX Brain, retirement planner. Okay, I'll talk about this as we go along the training. The private trading mentorship. Okay, there you go. Trading mentorship. When people hear mentorship, some people don't understand. My friend, I wish I had a mentor when I started online many years ago. Some of us have been online since 1998. Some of our coaches, we have coaches from all over the world. Tajimoto is on here from Tokyo, Japan. He's been in the community. That is the smart. When I talk about community, I mean the Smart Wolf Club, okay? If you're not a member, make sure you join. It's free to join. Your name, your email address, boom, access. Now, when you're in the community, whatever you do is upon you, okay? Community can be very helpful to you, or the community can be very boring for you. It depends on what you're looking for. If you have questions, ask. They will be answered, okay? If you don't ask, we don't answer. If you don't knock the door, we don't open. The master teacher said, if you move, I move. If you don't move, I don't move. He would have as well said that. He didn't say that. He just said, if you move, I move. That's our principle here. So this private trading mentorship, let me not get started right now. I'll talk about this as we go along towards the end of this presentation. This is what we are looking for. Time converter. So click on that. You see, mine defaults to New York time. I've set it up that way. Now, yours is going to default to your local time, and it will show you what time it is in New York. So that way you know what time exactly you should be on your computer to trade the New York market time. Now, you can also come here and search different cities. If you see, most of our members are digital nomads, so they move a lot. So sometimes they lose track of the time. So let's say if you find yourself in Thailand, like we have a lot of them in Bangkok right now. So right now in Bangkok, it's 9:55 p.m. Okay, so when it is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's 9:55. I mean, it's 9:30 p.m. in Bangkok. There are 12 hours, 12 freaking hours, 12 freaking hours ahead. Okay, so they are almost an entire half day ahead of New York. So while we are trading at 9:30 a.m. In other places like New York, one of our coaches is from New York, Rosemary. She's been with us for over 20 years in the Smart Wolf Club. Very successful in what they do. Anything online, these guys have been there, have been done that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Singh from Bombay, India. Okay, now what time is it in Bombay? We can just come here and check. Is there Bombay? Is Bombay on here? Maybe Mumbai is on here. Yes, Mumbai is on here. Okay, that's close enough. Okay, so it tells you the time. Okay, Mumbai, it's 8:26 p.m. Okay, so when it is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is 8 p.m. in Mumbai. Okay. We have Sydney, Australia. We have Josephine, one of our coaches. She's in Sydney, Australia. All right, Sydney. It is early morning there. Early morning Thursday. They are way, way ahead of us. Okay, they are way, way, way ahead. Okay, those of you who are in Dubai, let's see, Dubai, UAE. That's the United Arab Emirates. A lot of our nomads, digital nomads, are there. 6:57. So that means 6:30 p.m. Okay. Oh, we do have one of our coaches in Nairobi. Okay, in Dubai, we have Mr. Ahmed, one of our coaches. He's been in the Smart Wolf Club for over 8 years. Nairobi, we have Mr. Peter, who is one of our coaches. You can see he'll be trading at around 5:30. Okay, so when it is 9:30 a.m. in New York, it is 5:30 p.m. in Nairobi, Kenya. How about Mr. Omoses, one of our coaches in Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos is... the time is 3:57, so around 3:30 p.m. Okay, so while we are trading at 9:30 a.m., for those of you who are in New York, it is 3:30 p.m. in Lagos. So for members who are in Lagos, you should know that at 3:30 p.m. you would be trading the New York time. Okay, so don't get these things twisted, because we have had members who come to the charts at 9:30 a.m. their local time, and well, we are probably not on because it is not 9:30 a.m. In New York, for those who are from New York. Okay, so Beijing, we have a few members in Beijing. Let's see, the time in Beijing would be 10:30 p.m. Guys, 10:30 p.m. For Tajimoto, who is in Tokyo. So if you're traveling a lot, you can favorite your cities. You can put them here. So you know exactly when you find yourself in Taiwan, you know what time you should be trading. All right, so you don't miss your trading session. Anyway, that is enough for the time converter. And if you guys have any questions and any suggestions, please put those in the comments below, and I will be looking at those comments myself. Okay, not even my VA, myself. I answer the comments myself. I take them so seriously. Okay. So just comment, you'll get an answer, okay, from me. It might take a day or two because our time is extremely valuable and we are very busy. But I'll make a point of answering your questions myself without delegating to a VA or an assistant, okay? Or at least one of our coaches is going to answer your questions. So time converter, and then we have the Forex calculator. Now, this is gold, guys. This is gold. A lot of you blow accounts because you don't get the right positions. The lot size. Okay, what lot size should I use? The question is, how much do you want to risk? That is the most important part. How much have you decided to risk? You remember this account we are working on is my student's account. It has about, we started at 840 and now it's about $1,000 and some change. We made a big sale, a big trade last Thursday. If you guys were watching the live, if you didn't watch the live, guys, go and watch that live, okay? Go and watch that live. The live, it's this one here. We made $595, this one. $595 in 22 minutes. This is how the thumbnail looks like, okay? So you can go and... Now, these thumbnails, guys, are made in Canva. This is my photo. This is me right here. Okay, this is real me, not my clone or anything. And then of course we use Canva to create that AI basically. All right, so leveraging the power of AI, Canva. Okay, if you don't know what Canva is, I can put the link in the description for you guys. Go ahead and use that link. It's my affiliate link. If you sign up, I get paid a small change to keep me doing these. All right, so there we go. We are moving on. So let's see how the market behaves. Have we missed the opportunities? Not really, okay. We can see it broke out. Power bars. These are very, very powerful green candles. It broke up. It came down here. It was like broke out, retest, breakout, but it's coming down now. So what are we waiting for? We are waiting for a retest, okay. This is the first candle, okay. This is the confirmation candle. If I make this a little shrink them. So this is the first candle right there. Is there a gap? Yes. So we're gonna mark the fair gap value. If you guys have followed me, if you guys don't understand any of these, please make sure you watch all our lives. There was a 3-hour live where I go in details about this strategy. The 3-hour live that I'm talking about making 595 in 22 minutes was a 3-hour live. Okay, a lot of the live was a lot of me talking about AI, me talking about other things, but go and pay attention to the details. Okay, we talk about this strategy. Okay, so now I have put, this is my fair gap value. This is candle number 1, candle number 2. Okay, let me get a pen so I can show you exactly what it is. Okay, this is number 1. If I can write. Oh, this thing doesn't want to write, guys. I don't know, it's locked. Okay, let's see. Okay, I can't write. Okay, I can't write. I give up. Okay, so this is candle number 1, candle number 2. This is candle number 3. Okay, so there is actually a fair gap value. Using one of our models of trading, which has a very low winning rate, 50%, we could actually enter the trade on this candle. If this candle closes, we could enter the trade. But that's not what we're going to do. We are going to try to push our odds a little bit more. So we're going to wait for a retest, okay? We're going to wait for the retest to come back to this fair gap value right here. We wait for it to come down here. When it comes down here and we see a change in the direction change, of course there's going to be a change of color. We're going to see some red candles that are going to bring us down to this, okay, that are going to bring us down to this gap here, okay. Now when those candles happen, okay, it's not that they're going to happen. Some days they may not happen. Some days, guys, you come to the market, you pick up an asset like this is the NASDAQ 100, and you don't get a setup that meets your criteria. So you're not going to take a trade. If you don't, lost opportunity is, if that means you save your money, okay? Because there's no need of getting into this trade and boom, you're kicked out, okay? So we have actually identified there is a fair gap sequence. There's 1, 2, 3. The fair gap, the gap is between this, the bottom of this third candle and the top of this first candle, the top, well, including the wicks. So that creates a gap. So this is our fair gap candle right here, this one here. It's a candle of interest, okay? It's a candle of interest. So what we are waiting for, we are waiting for the momentum of this market to come down a little bit. Right now things are a little spicy for me. We cannot get into this trade because the chances of losing are high. However, if we were trading the FCC, those guys are in the money. I can see in the chart, they're smiling. These are the master scalpers. They are making money over feast, okay? We're going to be working on that strategy this Friday. This Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to treat you to the FFCC strategy, okay? FFCC strategy, okay? I'm going to treat you to that, okay? So that's where we're going to learn exactly how to scalp the market like pros, okay? Like professionals, okay? Professionals, scalping. And that's where we're going to make use of things like this. The 20 moving average, simple, SMA, and the 200 SMA. That's why I have them here, because some of you are asking, well, why do you have indicators on there? Literally, with this strategy, we don't need any indicators. I can take these off, okay? I can just take these indicators off. I can remove that, and I can actually remove that, okay? So I remove that indicator. We'll save it for Friday. So Friday, don't miss that live, guys. You're going to be treated to one of the master scalping strategy ever to exist. Pretty profitable if you execute it properly. I couldn't do it today because we started late. You should start on the dot at 9:30, market open. Boom, you should be trading. So probably my suggestion is to come in at like 9:15, okay, Eastern Standard Time. Have everything ready, your chart, your broker. Guys, excuse me, I have a little sniffle today. So my nose is a little stuffed up. And the reason is I stayed up late last night. I was in a cold room. I hate the cold, and it did that to me. So you guys can see the momentum is actually reducing here. We had a power bar. This is massive green candle, followed by massive but not so massive, and then another massive one. And then now we're getting like a tiny candle forming up here. So my belief is at some point we're going to start coming down to test this rectangle that we have here. This is the fair value gap that we have created. So we are waiting for a retest on the fair gap value. I mean on the fair gap, yes. The fair gap itself. This is the fair gap right here, not value. I talk about the fair gap. So basically we are using one of our breakout. This is 15 minutes. So we marked the first 15 minutes. We don't take a trade. We come down to the 5-minute time frame, and we're going to take our trades on the 5-minute time frame. However, some of our members trade the 5-minute, the only 5-minute candle, first candle strategy. So that means they mark the top of the first 5-minute candle. So they are only waiting for 5 minutes. From 9:30 to 9:35, they are already marked their areas of interest, and they have marked the levels. They'll be looking out for breakouts, retest of the gap, the fair gap, and boom, they're inside. They're in the trades. So these guys are, some of them are already in the trades. They already made their money for the day, and they're out of the market. Or they can take up to 2 trades per day, max. Now, if you lose, again, it's the same thing, up to 2 max. Targets with the 5-minute is risk-reward ratio is 1 to 3. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, depending on your risk appetite. If you're conservative like me, you probably go 1 to 2. If you have a little bit of risk, you're a little aggressive, you can go 1 to 3, okay? 1 to 3, meaning for every $100 you put in, you want to make $300. Whereas for most conservative, we go for the 1 to 2. And you'll see that's exactly what I'm going to do here. With the 5-minute time frame, the 15-minute fast candle strategy that I'm using, I am only going to risk, I'm going to do a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Okay, so all we are waiting for is the candles to come down to the fair gap, okay, which is, you can see marked here by a rectangle, a rectangle with white boundaries and a pink, I don't know if this is pink or purple color. That is our fair gap value. That is our fair gap right there. That is our fair value gap. That one right there. Okay, so don't confuse this. This was the opening range right here, where we have the green. The green marks the top, the red marks the bottom. That was for the 15-minute candle. That was you can see there's 1, 2, 3 candles. That was the highest part. This was the lowest part. And then we broke out immediately. After about 10 minutes, we broke out of that range. And we kept on going and going and going. The NASDAQ is pumping, guys. I don't know what's going on. So I don't know if we're ever going to come back down here. I do not know, okay? We're just going to pay attention to what is going on. Our belief was that it was going to come down to test our gap, okay? To confirm our gap, and then boom. All right, we continue to the top, but so far we have not had the confirmation, and we are not in any trade. We don't want to risk any of our money. It's a small account, okay? The account is in ICU, I told you guys, it's an intensive care unit. We are trying to resuscitate the account, okay? This account was battered about 3 or 4 years ago. My student came, was trading using an algo. He was in a group that was using an algo automated trading bot, okay? Use automated trading bot, which at some point went crazy. Trading gold, it went so crazy, it overdrew the accounts. It ended up hedging the account so bad that the account was, I think, at 4,000 US dollars. It went down to about 840. Okay, the liquidity just about 840. Okay, so the positions are still hedged. Now, for us to get out of the hedge, we're gonna have to either inject more funds, okay, more capital, which my student doesn't have. So I just told him the best thing we can do is to trade. You know, we're gonna trade the account. We're gonna trade the 840 and grow it to about 10K, so we can literally just close the positions, get ourselves out of the hedge, okay? We can strip the hedge, they call it stripping. We can strip the hedge slowly by slowly, okay? And then, of course, that way he does not lose his capital. So gain on one side, even though you're losing on this side, and you keep your losses to the bare minimum. Because right now, if he closes the position, he's probably gonna lose about, the capital injected was about 2,700, 2,700. I think 1,700, okay. So if you close all the positions right now at $1,000, he's still losing about $700. So anytime we get to about 4,000, I think that was his capital investment. And then the AI generated up to 4,000. Okay, he was looking at the profit, it was looking good. And then all of a sudden it went crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Overdrew the account. And that's the story. Okay, so that account is in ICU. It's not on high HDU yet. We want to move it from ICU to HDU and then to general and then of course to discharge. Okay, discharge means we're gonna close the positions, strip all the hedges, and now we have a free-flowing account where he can trade without the fear of losing his account. Okay, so right now we are learning the strategies. My student is learning the strategy, and there is about just 1 or 2 strategies that we use to trade in the community that are fairly simple for a beginner. Okay, and those are the breakout strategies. We classify them as the breakout strategies, and then we have the free FFCC, which is the free flow color change strategy. The free flow color change strategy basically is you are just flowing with the market, okay? You're not gonna try to trade against the market, you're just following the trend, okay? The color changes, the color changes refers to the color of the bars. It is a green bar, power green bar, you take a long trade. It changes to a red bar, you take a short, you short the asset. Basically, that's what it means. So simple that even my 16-year-old can do it. However, if you master that strategy, if you can identify those positions, you can be extremely profitable. Okay, and it is good for scalpers, day traders, and sometimes even for swing traders. People want to trade long time. Okay, but it is very good for scalpers. People just want to get into the market, make some money, and get out and go have fun. Go to the beach, go to work, go do their 9 to 5. Some of our members love what they do. They are professionals. They are doctors, nurses, engineers, tree surgeons, bricklayers, carpenters. They love what they do. They love the art that they are involved in. Some of them are AI geeks, you know, like creating AI stuff, robots and stuff. Some of them are just stay-home mom. They like to take care of the babies, and some of them are stay-home dad. They like to take care of their family, their homes. So we just allow you to come in, trade, and do your thing, and make your money, and get out of there. So you have your daily goal, so you have both goals. You know how much you want to lose every day, how much you want to make every day. So you should have that clearly written, clearly defined. And then, so how much am I willing to lose today? So you take that to the market, and you risk that. If for example, if your account is 10K and you are saying, oh, well, I can risk up to $100, that's all I'm willing to lose, then of course you're going to go into the market and you're going to be putting your risk to reward ratio based on how much you're willing to lose. I'm only willing to lose $100. And if you don't know how to get the lot sizes, calculate the positions, This is in terms of Forex, then you can use our calculator right here. Go to the profitwellnesshub.com. I put the link, it's pinned actually in the comments. It's also in the description. Go to the apps and then go to where it says Forex calculator, position size, okay? For those of you who are looking into retirement, this is big for our members. Some of our members want to retire early. They're 18 years old. They want to retire at 30 years old. So you can use these retirement planners or calculators here. We're going to go through some of these, one of these live sessions, so you guys can see how we put these to work and how you can use them to your advantage. They're all free currently, so take advantage of them. Go and work with them. Try to break them. Take advantage of them because they are free. At some point, we're going to probably charge for them a small fee, maybe $1, so we can donate it to the green environment movements or whatever we believe in, or help the poor. There's a lot of our neighbors and friends and families who are going through some hard times. We can donate that and help brothers and sisters. Make sure we help each other. Okay? So we go back to the charts and see what is going on here. Guys, it doesn't look like we're ever going to come back to the gap today. This is a runaway Nasdaq. Okay? Nasdaq has run away today from us. If we had taken the risky trade, we could have taken it right here. We didn't take it, okay, because we had candle number 1, candle number 2, and candle number 3. We could have entered there, and now would be in a trade, okay, but it's a risky trade, so that's why we didn't take it, okay? So we are waiting. We are waiting, guys. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. This was 9:30 right there. 1, 2. Wow, it's 5 minutes, and then so the time now is 10:17. We have to close this at 11. So the way it looks like, we are not taking a trade today. Yeah, it doesn't look good so far, unless something happens. But you guys have realized most of our trades have come towards the end of the session. Like the last week, I think we took the trade at around 10:20 or 10:30, and then the day before the previous live, we actually took it after 11. We hung around here up to around 11:15. We literally broke our own rules and we took a trade after 11. We risked it and we went away, come back the next day, and the trade was actually profitable. Big profit, actually. So I realize sometimes the market is resetting much later. There's craziness early on when we open, but as soon as the market settles down, so let's see what happens around 10:30. Let's see. I can see the momentum is shrinking. Okay, you see that we had these power candles right here. So we had the first push, okay, and then we came down a little bit, and then we had a second push up to here. Now we're still pushing, so we haven't had our second pullback yet. We have not had our second pullback, but the momentum here, you can see these candles are not as huge as these. These are power bars, man. These can make a life-changing income here. If you entered, let's say right there when it broke above, if you entered there, let me bring along, let's show you the guys who are playing the game with the, if you entered right there and you targeted the bottom of that, and boom, you'll be, oh my goodness, already you're at 2, a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2 right there. Already, some people are already there. Okay, so let me remove this. Don't confuse you. I'm seeing some red forming now, and we have a wick from the top, so I'm thinking there is gonna be a coming back down here. Okay, so we're gonna wait for this to come all the way down. That's what we call the retest. Hopefully it will come down at some point. Hopefully it will come down at some point. If it doesn't, well, there we go. We're not taking the trade with our strategy. Okay, so some days you don't have to take a trade. It's better not to take a trade than to take a trade that doesn't follow your rules, and then you lose, and then you're gonna kill yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, not really kill yourself. You're gonna get so depressed. you're gonna be getting so disappointed. Your mindset, if it's not strong enough, yeah, you're gonna give up. You're gonna saying, "Oh, this is not good for me. How come some people are making money?" Some people are already making money right now. I can see. I have a chart here that shows what's going on in our community. I do have another big screen up here, right, right there. There's a screen over there. I just don't know. Maybe turn my laptop to show you guys. Now I'm afraid. Okay, to show you because of privacy. This is people's names and members of the community. Some of them may not like me showing this on YouTube at the moment, because we get permission from our coaches to show some of this stuff. Like this student is permitted me to do, I call him student X. One day I'm going to reveal his name. Actually, the other day we were talking about the option wheel, this one here, retirement, okay? So my student wants to retire, but for him to retire, he needs about 300,000, okay? 300,000 US dollars. Then he can put it into this play. This play can generate him about 10K per month, which is about 100,000 per year. 6 figures. Okay, everybody dying for 6 figures. Okay, so he wants to make about 10K per month, so he can start enjoying some of the freedoms. He wants to travel to see the Great Wall of China. He wants to enjoy the safari in Africa. He wants to visit the Caribbean and have some mojitos at the beach. He wants to visit to go and watch the northern lights in the Scandinavian, Norway, Finland, all those countries. He wants to visit the cold places of the world. And he wants to visit Antarctica. He wants to go and swim with the penguins. He wants also to go to the Caribbean and swim with the pigs. Exuma, near the Bahamas, in Exuma. He wants to go swim with the pigs, man. So this guy has a whole list of things he wants to do, okay? Now, it all requires money. It requires, like, income that comes passively or semi-passively, almost guaranteed every month, okay? So that way you can do the things that, your bills are taken care of, your travel is taken care of. But for you to get there, you need some capital. Now, that's what we're trying to do now, generate the capital by manually or physically or literally actively trading the markets. I trade the markets, compound. So we're going to talk about compounding. We're going to put a compound calculator here for you guys to make your life easier, because some of our members have no freaking idea what compounding is all about, okay? People will come in and say, "Oh, I want to make 10K right now." My friend, my sister, you can't just jump from 0 to 10K, okay? Life doesn't go that way. It's not a straight line, okay? There's going to be up, down. You can see from the market. The market doesn't go straight. You see, it goes up, it comes down, up. Life is like that too. Some days you are really going up, and then all boom, you go down. That's normal life, okay? When there is a depression, it's followed by an expansion followed by depression. Not knowing that is naivety. One of the foremost speakers said that, okay? And if you understand that, you get what we call a strong mindset. Especially when it comes to trading, you need a very strong mindset, because there are days, guys, okay? You're going to come into the market and you don't take a trade, or you take a trade and boom, you hit your stop loss, if you have one. Because some people take risky trade. They tell you they don't trade with stop losses. Boom, they blow their accounts, okay? So that is going to happen. You're going to get a big slap on your face, right? A smack on your face. Pop! On your teeth, until your teeth bleed. Boom, big punch from a heavyweight champion. Boom! All right? You can feel that pressure on your face. Now, that happens if you don't follow proper risk management and if you don't understand your strategy, the odds. The strategies I'm showing you here, they are not 100%, okay? They are like 50% winning rate, okay? That means you take 10 trades, you win 5, you lose 5. You take 100 trades, you lose 50, you win 50. However, using our simple risk to reward ratios of, let's say, 1 to 2, you still end up being profitable, okay? And that's how you compound your account. You start compounding your account by reinvesting whatever you make. So let's say we started at 840, okay? We started this account at 840 US dollars. Now it's about 1,090, 1,097, okay? That is after a few sessions of trading, okay? Like I can show you how many trades we took. Maybe 10 trades. We won 5, we lost 5. But in the beginning, we were not taking big trades. We were taking very minute to small. Minute, because my student was coming from losing massive losses like 4 years ago. PTSD. He didn't want to trade anymore. He was scared. Then he thought about it. He said, well, I don't want to quit this trading thing. Can you guys help me? And of course, as the coaches, we came in and said, you know what, let's take baby steps first. So we were testing the waters, trading very small, so he can feel comfortable, okay? We lose $1 here, $2 here. So the first few trades were not, I just ramped it one day, and we are already at 1,097. Now, we're going to ramp it even further. Our goal is to get to 10K within 90 days, okay? That is a realistic goal. And how are we going to do it? Again, by compounding the account. So we're going to work on a compound calculator for you guys. I'm going to put it here. So maybe next time you come to the app section, you should see a compound calculator listed here. Or maybe I'll put it under finance. No, under finance, we have very serious knowledge base for you guys. You guys want to know how to make money? There you go. Side hustles. There you go. Selling digital products. There you go. There's a guide. The zero cost blueprint, free AI tools, the future. I mean, all kinds of stuff. We're talking about a profit and wellness hub. So you come here for your finance, your health, your technology, and of course, apps and products. Now, we have products here for you guys to go and check out, okay? We have AI prompts mega pack for those of you who are into AI. This is the in thing now. You don't want to be left out, okay? We have all that there. Go and check it. You can buy those. They are really affordable. At this price, $47, you have everything you need to start prompting the AI like a pro, okay? You can take your marketing skills, your sales strategy, content creation to another level, okay? You want to go to another level. Not just be at the same level with everybody. Okay, let's go back and look at the charts. Wow, the charts have run away. Okay, so NASDAQ has run away from us. You can see where it is. Let's open another chart. Look at another asset. The assets we have traded before are gold, GBPUSD. All right, let's go to gold. Let's look at gold. Alright, let's go. This is still the NASDAQ. Let's go and look for gold. So I just put gold here and see how gold is behaving today. Alright, there's gold. So let's put the 15-minute and let's see how it started at 9:30. So 9:30 candle was... This is the 9:30 candle right there. You guys see it? This big ass candle here. This one here. Oh, sorry for my French. That was the 9:30 candle. This one right there. Boom. And that one. This is the green part. Let's put that green. There we go. So that was the 9:30. Okay. So again, it behaves like the NASDAQ. It actually broke out right away. Okay. So some people have already entered the trade here because you can see the gap was literally formed right there and there. It was a small gap, but there was a gap. Some people got in just the breakout strategy, which is 50-50. Okay, so if we wait for the breakout here, if we turn this down to 5 minutes, okay, let's put it 5 minutes. Okay, so here you see it broke out. You have 1, 2, 3. Then this little one here, so we have 1, 2, literally we had 1, 2, 3. This is the one that broke out. This one closed above. This one was the breakout candle right there. Now I don't see a gap, literally. There's no defined gap. So this again would not be traded by any of our members who are following the fair gap retest strategy. None of them would have taken a trade at the moment. But the ones who are just doing the free flow, which is a higher risky strategy, you get at least 50 or below percent winning rate. Literally where you just wait for the candle to break out, check if there's a fair gap sequence forming, and if there's one, you identify it, you get into the trade, and boom, 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. A much higher risk trade, but that's something we have done before. I think you guys know if you go and watch some of our lives, the previous ones. Now, you guys, where do you find the playlist is the free pro trading course. Go and watch that playlist, okay? The free pro trading course. You can watch the playlist. It talks about all the things that I'm mentioning to you guys, okay? So you can see that candle comes here. I don't really see a fair gap sequence here. Okay, now it's behaving the other way. It's coming down. This one also has started showing some reds. So we're going to be patient, okay? It might not be today, but we're going to be patient for it to come back. When it comes back to our gap, okay? Sometimes things happen quickly. You could get one massive red candle that brings you all the way down to the gap again. And then we're going to wait for a break of that gap. A retest of that gap, and that's when we get in, and we can target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, and we're gonna go in big. Okay, I told you we're gonna ramp it up, so we're gonna take a big risk because we want to grow this account to 10K within 90 days. When you have a small account, the only risk you're taking is actually losing the account because it's a small account, so you can lose it. Okay. Trading a $1,000 account and somebody who's trading $1 million account, the thinking is, you can use the same strategies, but the thinking is different. With $1 million account, you don't have to risk so much to make so much money, okay? But with a $1,000 account, for you to make any appreciable amount of money, you need to risk a big chunk of your account. That is the catch-22, okay? And that's why most students give up trading, because they tend to risk more and they end up losing their account because it's a small account, okay? If I lose half $500 in a trade with a $1,000 account, that is 50% of the account gone. You know what I mean? Whereas if I have $1 million account, what is $500? If I can lose I can risk $500 very easily. That is a small change. It's what, 0.5% of the account? Yeah, literally. It's probably less than 0.5, 0.05. So if my goal is to make $1,000 every day with $1 million account, which turns out to be almost 20K per month with $1 million account, I can afford to risk $500 per trade, literally without a blink of an eye, because you have a massive account. But if you have a $1,000 account and you want to risk $500 account, $500, that's 50% of the account at risk, okay? So the odds are against you. It's easy. You only need one trade, and the second one, you're out of the game. Your account is gone, literally. Boom. So guys, there's nothing to do. We just have to wait for the market to bring it to us, okay? We're not going to go after it. We're just going to wait. The mistake would be to break our rules. Our rules are very simple. First, we got to identify the fair gap sequence, which we did. Mark the gap, okay, and wait for a retest, okay? Wait for the candles to come back to our gap. And then, after the retest takes place, that's when we should be ready to enter our trade. We enter our trade with a risk of reward ratio of 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. If you're more aggressive, you can go for the 1 to 3. But if you're a conservative, like the way we are with this small account here, which is in ICU, we're going to be very conservative. Then we can go just 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is enough to make you enough money to grow the account. You saw that the other day, okay? With a risk of 1 to 2, we're able to make $500. $5.65 to be exact, and 22 cents. I think it was 24 cents. 5.65, 24. Now, when I talk about 5.65, some people are like, "Oh, that's nothing. I make hundreds of thousands." Guys, you're talking about an $840 account. Okay, you're almost doubling the account in one trade. Okay, so you're talking about we are not talking about a 100K account here. We're not talking about even a 10K account, or not even $1,000 account. It's a $800 account. Because I saw some people saying, "Oh, what is 565 in 22 minutes? I make 10,000 in 1 hour." Guy, your account is probably 500,000 or 1 million. Okay, so just give me a break. Okay, just give me a break. We are dealing with a student who has PTSD here, so let's not be very negative. Okay, this guy went into trading about 4 years ago, and his account was over. He saw his account fall from about 4,000 to about $800, almost being wiped out. And now the account is severely hedged. The goal is to try and strip those hedges, but the only way we can do it is by injecting capital, which he does not have. Okay, he doesn't have the capital. So what do we have to do? What we know best, the best we know is to trade the small account, and baby steps, grow it slowly by slowly. Give ourselves 90 days. Come 90 days, we are at 10K, then we can start talking now. We can start talking about risking $500 per trade, $1,000 per trade, maybe. Not even at that level. Maybe at 100K, you can start risking $1,000 per trade, okay? Because that makes about 1%. You shouldn't risk more than 1 to 2% of your account, literally, if you are a conservative trader. Now, I know some of you are super aggressive. I know people go in half of their account each time they take a trade. When they do the FCC, they go in half. The first trade is half of the account, okay? But you know, these are super scalpers. They are glued to the computer. So they take the trade and they open their big eyes and look at the charts, look at the bars, the way they're behaving. They will be quick to take profit. They'll be quick to close to move the stop loss, okay? So they have a trailing stop loss. They don't even put a take profit, okay? They have a stop loss, but they don't have a take profit. So they can take profit along the way, okay? That's how they trade. They're literally scalpers. They're quickly taking scalps, okay? So some trades they take. So you're not talking about you cannot say, okay, I'm going to set it up to 1 to 2 or my take profit. No, they don't have a take profit. Their take profit is determined by the color change of the bars, the size of the bar, the color change. So for example, they would enter here, boom. They're not going to get out until they see a color change. You see there's a red here, boom, they take profit right there, boom. So all this, they were able to ride all this. So let's say you had entered this trade with a 50% of your account. If you look at this move, guys, this is massive profit, man, okay, by some of our members who are trading the FCC. And I'm going to treat you guys to that on Friday, okay, on Friday, guys. Okay, I think it's time to bite an apple. Now, some of you are wondering, hey, what's going on? Nothing is going on, guys. We are waiting for the market. It's a Wednesday. We're trading the NASDAQ. We have not taken any trade. Why? Because we are playing a very safe game, safe strategy. And I want you guys to take one lesson home. Not every day that you're going to have your setup. Not every day you're going to be able to take a trade. Some days you go home empty-handed. Okay? Some of us grew up in the village. Okay? So we would go out hunting. Okay? Hunting the small deers or the rabbits. I'm sorry for the animal lovers, but we would go out hunting. We lived a subsistence life. Okay? Every day you wake up, you're going to be looking for food. Okay? You don't have a fridge. You don't have food in the fridge. There's no apple like this. Okay? So every day you wake up, you're going to start afresh looking for food. Next day you wake up, start afresh looking for food. So some days we go out hunting for small animals. So some days you go and boom, boom, you got a kill. Okay? You go find a place, a nest, nice place, get a kill. Someday you go, come home empty-handed. You end up eating roots or dirt or soil, whatever it is. Or you go to somebody's farm and eat the mangoes or whatever it is. So that was life in the village, okay? And we still, some of us love those villages. My student is from the village, so he wants to get out of the village. Is there a rich uncle out there? He needs about 300,000 to get out of the village. 300K, we're going to put it on this flywheel right here. We're going to put it on the flywheel right here. This retirement income flywheel. Start generating income from your portfolio. Portfolio means 300K. Okay, we're going to need 300K to safely generate about 10K per month for this student so he can enjoy his freedom. He can get out of the village, visit the Great Wall of China. That's what he wants to do. He wants to go on a safari, okay, in Africa. He wants to visit the Caribbean, swim with the pigs in Exuma. Also enjoy the beaches there. He wants to visit Rio. Now in Rio, okay, one of our coaches is from Rio actually, Rodrigo's from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He wants to go and visit the carnival, okay, watch the carnival. So he wants to travel. He wants to visit the Scandinavian so he can watch the Northern Lights, Norway, Finland. He wants to go to the Antarctica and swim with the penguins. Wow. He did say he wants to go to Australia. Now, while in Australia, he can meet one of our coaches there. In Sydney, we have Josephine, one of our coaches in the Smart Wolf Club. Been with us for over 15 years. And we can see the kangaroos and the koalas and the kiwis. He wanted something too. He said he wants to go and study the Mayan culture. So, of course, Mexico is in play. All right. So, man, with all that, he needs to generate about 10K per month from this activity. So, guys, you can see, wow. The Nasdaq has run away from us. Gold looks weird too. We are not able to take any trades with that strategy, the retest strategy. We have not retested anything. No retest today, my friend. No retest. Nor is there even a reversal. We do have the breakout reversal strategy. Again, I don't see a reversal here. A reversal pattern. Do you guys see a reversal pattern? I don't see it either. A clear reversal pattern. I do not see it. Okay? So, all those strategies. Okay, guys, so let me just list down the strategies that our members use commonly. Okay, and we are tackling each one of them. So the first one, it's a broad classification. We have the breakout strategies. We call them breakout strategies. And all these strategies, guys, take place at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is the constant. So we have the breakout strategies, and under this one, we have the 5-minute first candle strategy, the 5-minute, which is actually the topic of this video today, the 5-minute first. Guys, if I can write better, but I'm using a weird board here and the mouse clicking. We call it the first candle or the first bar, you know, whatever you like. 5-minute first candle strategy. So basically with this one is you wait for your first opening candle. Okay, so let's say that's your first opening candle. You're gonna wait for a breakout. Okay, you're gonna identify a fair gap value sequence, fair gap. You mark your fair gap, go down to the 1-minute time frame, and you're gonna wait for a retest and a confirmation of the retest, and boom, you're gonna enter with a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. Now, 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. I know most of our members, those who have a higher risk appetite, they go for the 1 to 3. Those of us who have a more conservative risk appetite, we go for the 1 to 2. Okay? So that's under the breakout strategies. The second breakout strategy that we use is the 15-minute, which I like this one, okay? The 15-minute, because then I don't have to rush into taking trades. 15-minute, fast candle, again, fast candle strategy. Okay, so this one here, basically, again, this is your 15-minute candle, the fast 15-minute candle, 9:30 a.m. to 9:45. This was 9:30 a.m. to 9:35, the 5-minute, 9:35. That's the bar that forms between that time. So the 15-minute fast candle strategy, basically, the first 15 minutes, you're going to mark the top and the bottom, and then you're going to switch to the 5-minute time frame. This is where we're going to take the trades. 5-minute time frame. Okay. Now, this one, I can tell you there are many varieties. Some of our members go down to the 2-minute. Some of our members go down to the 1-minute. Okay, just like the 5-minute time. But my case here, we're going to the 5-minute. This gives you enough time to take your trades. Okay. So 5-minute time frame. Again, we're gonna identify the fair value gap sequence. Okay, and then you're gonna mark the fair gap value just like what it is here. And then you're gonna wait for the retest and pull back. Boom, you get in. Okay, you're gonna target 1 to 2. Okay, with this one, 1 to 2. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and then there is number 3. There's what we call the reversal strategy under the breakouts. The reversal strategy. So now this is a little advanced because you have to know some candle patterns here. You're going to have to identify reversal candle patterns, and it's basically the hammer or the inverted hammer, okay, or the engulfing. Okay, there's a bearish and bullish, bearish and bullish. Yeah, okay, so you have, this is red, 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 and then you have a big green candle, or you have green, 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 and then you have a big red candle over there. So this is red, this is green, and it's going up. It's coming down, and it starts going up. You jump in on the reverse trade. And the other case is it's going up, and then it starts coming down. Boom, you jump in for the reversal. Okay, that's what we could be looking here. For example, if we see it starts coming down, if we see a reversal pattern here, we could jump going down, literally. Okay, it's almost 11. It's 10:48. There's 12 minutes to go. So far, I do not see any signs of us taking a trade at the moment. Okay, to be very honest, it is a runaway Nasdaq. This is very good for those of our members who are trading the FCC, which is now the second strategy. Okay, so this was part A, this was B, this was number C. Okay, so we have the breakout strategies. We have distilled them down to A, B, C, and then now we have number 2 strategies. Okay, so you guys can take a screenshot of this if you can read my scratches. If not, it is okay. This is in the community. We talk about this all the time, or you can rewatch this video as many times as you like. Okay, no problem. And if you are having difficulties with this, we have what we call hand holding. You can go through our mastermind. Just go to the apps and join our private trading mentorship. Now, this is not for everybody. We only take about 100 people. We're only looking for 100 people, the entire session. Okay, so you're going to go through some training. You're going to have one-on-ones with our coaches, and you're going to book your sessions here based on your availability. Okay, so this is going to take your trading to the next level, because you're going to spend time to understand the market. We're going to go through the basics. You are going to be watching over, taking trades on your own account with the help of our coaches, just to make sure that you are grasping the concepts. Okay, they're fairly simple strategies, but you can really screw up if you don't do it right. Okay, so there we go, breakout strategies. That is number one strategies that we use. And then number two strategies we use is the free flow. Okay, I call it, we named it the FFCC strategy, which is the free flow color change strategy. However, under this one, we have A, so we do have the FCC proper, FFCC proper, okay? Make it a little complicated for you guys. Proper, because life has to be complicated, right? No, we try to keep it KISS. So the FCC proper strategy, you can use that, FFCC proper, you can use that, or you can use a modification of the FCC. This one we just call it the free flow, okay? Literally it's free flow, like that. Oh, OBS has disconnected, guys, so I don't know if we are still live. Okay, it's got reconnected successfully. So hopefully we are still live, guys. I hope you guys can still see me. I don't want to bring any echoes. Okay, so the FCC, just the free flow, we call it the the free flow, okay, under the free flow strategy. Free flow, basically what you can do, this is what most of our members, it has a very low winning rate, less than 50%, okay, it's hardly, so it's somewhere between 48 to 50%, actually 38, somewhere between 38 to 50% winning rate, okay. So this one here is one of those guys who just want to get in, make some money and get out, okay. They take more risk than any one of us, okay. So basically what happens is, you see like the way these candles are moving here, as soon as the breakout happens, this is their leading candle, okay. You see this is their leading candle. They're going to identify a gap like we did here, and they're going to enter the trade on this confirmation candle right there. So there's a leading candle, confirmation candle, and entry candle. Boom, they're going to enter the trade right here before the candle closes. So if this candle is 5 minutes, they're going to probably be entering at around the 4th or 3rd and a half minutes. So they're going to be entering the trade right there, and they're going to take a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. This is going to be their stop loss right here. The confirmation candle, the bottom of the confirmation candle would be their stop loss. No, sorry. The bottom of the entry candle would be their stop loss right there. And they're going to do a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. So if let's say we took that long, I can show you exactly where these guys are right now. Okay, so if let's say we took the long somewhere there, and this is the stop loss, and the risk to reward ratio is 1 to 2. And so some of them would be in the money right now. That's why I'm telling you it has a very low winning rate, but there we go. So you can see they're almost actually making the money. You can see right there. So right now some of them I can see they're smiling on the charts there. They're praying. Nasdaq, whoa, Nasdaq. They're praying, they're on their knees for the Nas to just shoot up and take profit. Some of them are going to close their trades as soon as they see they are profitable here. Some did close their trades right here and they're celebrating. Okay, so they made that one there, which was a 1 to about 1.5. Okay, a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Okay, but we are always looking for 1 to 2 with this one. So that's the free flow. Okay, the free flow strategy, which just allows them to get into the market as soon as there's a breakout. Boom, they are off to the races. Off to the races. It's a higher risk trade. Winning rate is about 38 to 50%. Okay, very lucky if you get more than 50% winning rate. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. We have members and coaches who use this strategy because they don't have a lot of time. They want to just get into the market, take every single opportunity that is available. Because like now, they feel like we're losing an opportunity to trade, but we're trying to go for a high probability trade because we have an account that is in ICU, okay? So we are on different levels. All right, so you can see here, I think we have some type of something happening with gold here. You can see it's going down. No gaps though identified so far, that's what they say. So we don't really have a fair gap value, a fair value gap sequence that we could say, you know what, but we can just wait for a retest. If it retests the top of this and starts shooting up, we can enter the trade for a risk reward ratio of 1 to 2 and see what happens. That's gold. Okay. If it comes back to retest the level, we can enter the trade. Now, if it breaks to the other side again, that's a different story altogether. Okay. So the Nasdaq is not playing to our liking. Let me remove this. You can see it's a runaway Nasdaq today. Nasdaq has run away. Now, with the brain that we are creating, so let's go back. Profits, what does this have? There you go. Okay, with the brain that we are creating, you'll be able to literally put in your asset, okay, and it will tell you what is going on. Either it's trending up, you can put your risk appetite, recommended leverage, and you can generate trade ideas. It's going to tell you exactly what's going on. Okay, you can analyze the pair. You're going to search for your pair right there, and you can do analysis. So we're going to have the major pairs listed here. We are working on it. It should be done very soon. Okay, so this would be your go-to tool. There's nothing like this in the market. Okay, we've been around for a long time, some of us. Okay, there is nothing like this. Okay, so this would be connecting to live APIs, collecting all the data from very relevant places. And it keeps telling you here, the brain is currently detecting a divergence between bond yields and DXY. Maintain cautious positioning on long USD entries. Okay, so there you go. It literally tells you what is going on. If you're trading USD pairs, exercise caution. Your leverages. Okay, and they do have a recommended leverage there. It's just a recommendation. Okay, as I told you, this is nothing professional. It's just a recommendation. You can do your own analysis or you can go your own ways, and this is what's going to be happening here. Volatility heat map, major pairs, bullish, 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 bullish. You can see bullish sentiment. What does that mean? Take long trades, right? So we're going to make life easy for you. Take long trades. Again, so for gold, if gold comes and touches this spot over here, guys, it's 10:59 a.m. official. 1 minute, 11 o'clock, we stop trading, right? At 11 o'clock, we stop trading and we go our way. However, I've told you in the last few trading sessions, things have happened after 11. Okay, we had one trade that we took around 11:13 or 11:15, and this trade ended up being very profitable because our setups were not kicking in during that time. However, that's our rule. We follow our rules. Okay, we don't want to break our rules. Okay, because the market is gonna hand you a beating if you don't have rules. If you don't have rules, you're going to fall for anything, and that is very dangerous for a trader. Okay, you're going to be chasing the market. It should be the other way around. The market should give you the setups, not you chasing the setups. The market should give you the signals. The market should tell you, I am ready right now. Come get me. Come get the profits. Not you saying, okay, I want a profit now, my friend. You don't get what you want. You want to get what the market is giving you. If we all got what we wanted, none of us would be here right now. We would be in Exuma, swimming with the pigs. We would be somewhere in the beach of the Caribbean, sipping mojitos. Or we'd be right here in my neighborhood, riding a safari, okay? Or we'll visit the Great Wall of China. And we'll be somewhere in Tokyo, in a village, in Japan, eating handmade, handcrafted sushi. Very organic sushi. Is there something like that? Organic sushi? Let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys have ever had. It's time to bite an apple, all right? The apple time. 11 a.m., no trade taken. Why? The setup did not show us. The strategy we were using, the 15-minute fast candle strategy, retesting of the fair gap value. The fair gap didn't kick in, didn't give us a trade, and so we didn't take a trade, okay? However, some of our members in the Smart Wolf Club, they are celebrating because they are using different strategies to trade. Today, my student was learning the purposes of following rules and sticking to your strategy. And also, you guys are being treated to one very important lesson. Not every single day you must take a trade. No. You cannot force the market to give you what you want. The market does what it wants. The market gives you, you take what the market gives you, okay? Not what you want. I want to take a trade, yes, but the market is not giving you that trade. So you're not going to take the trade anyway because you're going to lose. Okay? You are going to lose. Guys, let me bite another apple. We are coming to the end of this session anyway. These are called bonus minutes. If you want to go, it's okay. You can watch the replay later. I like to respect your time. It's 11:03. So at 11 o'clock, you guys can leave. It's 11:03 now. You can leave if you want to go. Those of you who are live, these are just bonus sessions. Some of you want to hang out with us, go ahead. While I bite on this apple, it's a juicy apple. They told me it's an organic apple. I don't know what they mean by that, but it's very tasty. And I eat my apples with the skin. Let me know if that is good or bad. I just clean it and then I start eating it. Man, that was a juicy apple. I'll have another one if I could, but that's enough. It's a lot of sugar, fiber. Not maybe so good for me. But they told me an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and that's what I fall for. So guys, tell me, let's analyze NASDAQ today. So NASDAQ opens at, we do the 15 minutes. Okay, let me just go back. 9:30. Where's 9:30 candle? Here is the 9:30 candle. It was actually a bullish candle. It was actually green. Okay. The candle was actually green, guys. And there were big bars. Okay. So those of our members who use the free, the FCC strategy on the 15-minute, because I told you, we have members who use all kinds of different time, but they use the same concepts, okay? They got in the trade, boom, right here at the closure right here. And they just keep on going. They're still in the trade, okay? Because they got in right here. This candle right here, it's a bullish candle, it's green, they just jump in, opening candle, boom, they took a long trade. Their stop loss is at the bottom of the candle, right there. Bottom of the candle, entered here. So they're in the trade now. They're still in the trade so far, okay, until there's a color change. Then they take the profits and enter the trade again based on the color changes, okay? Some of them enter this trade with 50% of their accounts, okay? This is aggressive risk takers, okay? 50%, okay? Let's go to the 2 minutes and show you exactly what some of them have done today. 9:30, because I get to see the 9:30. There you go. That was the 9:30 candle. Now, this handed them a loss, okay? The 9:30 candle, the 2 minutes, it handed them a loss. A small loss this week here. You see, the second candle was the second bar green. Boom. Loss. Because it hit their stop loss. Oh no, the stop loss would be down here. No, the stop loss would be up here because they entered the opposite trade. And then boom, it licked them out. Okay? So here, they didn't trade until there was a color change. They entered. As soon as it clears this, they got in. Okay. So these are the guys who are smiling all the way to the bank. Some of them are still in the trade. Unbelievable. 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 Some of them are still in the trade. Unbelievable. They're making money over fist. I see the chaos in the chat there. Those guys were playing the FCC based on the 2 minute time frame. Okay? They are celebrating life changing money, or what they call wife changing money. Sorry about that. The wives were here. Sorry about that. It's called wife changing money or life changing money. They made so beaucoup money. Oh, beaucoup, like lots of money. Beaucoup. Maxi Francois, beaucoup. They're making lots of money. All right, so guys, I think we're gonna call it a day. Let's look at gold, and then we're gonna end it there. Yep, didn't really come down to our level. Okay, did not, and it's 11 or 8. So we're just hanging out, see if we can get one of those sneaky trades like we did last week. Came in a little later, after 11. Wow. I do what my student says, okay? As much as I'm the coach, the student has a say. The student says, let's hang out for a few minutes, see what happens in the market. Because, as I told you, a few times in the past, some of the setups have come slightly after 11. I mean, every strategy is not 100%. You're not going to have to trade every single day. So we didn't trade today. We're probably going to take a trade. I mean, we didn't take a trade today. We traded today. We are on the markets. That's part of trading, but we did not take a trade. Why? Because our setup today was going to be based on the 15-minute first candle strategy with a fair gap retest strategy where the fair gap is retested and then we enter the trade. However, for those of you who are using the free flow, you are already making a lot of money. So Depending on the strategy that you're using, you can make money or not make money every single day. Okay? However, this strategy has a high probability. This strategy is very, very high probability, 70 to 80% active probability. Okay? The retest. Okay? Whereas the free flow, so there are days you're going to take 10 trades, lose 5, gain 5. Whereas with this retest strategy, you could take 10 trades and win up to 8 of them. 8 if you're at 80% winning rate, or 70%, 7 of them. So your odds are still very, very high of building your account. So guys, I think we come to the end of this session. We can close the session. You guys, if you want to go, you can leave. I already told you at 11 o'clock sharp, you guys are free to go. We respect everybody's time. This is just a bonus session, bonus time being spent here. We would just want to make this live a 2-hour session. Okay, so we're going to push it to about 11:30. So we have about 19 minutes and just watch the markets. Let's go and look at GBPUSD and see how GBP is behaving. That's one asset that we have traded. So let's call it GBP. There you go. GBPUSD is that one. Again, we look at the 15 minutes. And let's look at the 15 minutes, which was today at 9:30. So that was a 9:30 candle right there. 9:30 candle was this one. It was a fairly, not a big bar, it was not a power bar. So for the FCC guys, this was not a power bar. You can see that was the top and this was the bottom. Let's get the bottom down here and make that red. So you can see that was the top, that was the bottom, that was the 9:30 candle, and we had a breakout after. Let's go down to 5 minutes and see what type of setups this one had. So 9:30 was this one. Yeah, so it did have breakouts, retests, breakouts, take a trade, breakouts. It's going up, it's coming down. It's coming down for a retest. You can see it's not going really far from the range. Okay, it's just going up a little bit, but this is higher. You can see it's progressively going up. Okay, so it's actually making those higher highs and lower lows. I mean lower high, lower. This is lower low, higher low. So it's like going up. You can see it is tending upwards. It is tending up. It's tending up. Wow. So this is falling really hard down now. See, it is falling down. So this had that, here's that, and a fair gap there. Gonna test it, it goes up. Trying to see, the gap here was very, very tiny. That gap was very, very tiny. And you can see there was a retest. As soon as it broke out, you enter there. It was not going to give you the 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. No. So the overall sentiment here is a ranging market. You can see it's still in this range. Yeah, nothing much really happening. Nothing much happening. Nothing much happening. Yeah, nothing much really happening with that. The 15-minute retest fair gap retest strategy. Nothing much happening. You can see, not really. They're not coming back to any gaps. We're not seeing a clear gap. It's a very tiny one, and you do have some power bars, and then boom, all of a sudden they come back. Power bar, boom, they come back. Power bar, boom, they come back. Okay. So if you're following a free flow, you're gonna need to introduce the indicators. So we do the moving average. It's called the simple moving average, which is this one right there. And you're gonna just, the value here is inputs would be 20, and make it visible. Just make it a little thicker so you can see it. It will be right there. Make it a little thicker. Maybe that way. There you go. So you can see they're all above the 20, and then you can bring the 200 also. You're gonna need both of them, the 200 and we keep the 200 red in color. So we make the 200 red. Inputs is 200, and visibility, no, I mean style should be the size. The size should be that one. Well, let's put it thick like that. Okay. So you can see there was a massive gap between these, and now it's trying to close. Normally that's what they do. This is the 20, this is the 200. If the 200 is slanting down, the 20 is trying to bring it back close. So they like to go close. They separate, and then they get closer. Okay, they're much stronger when they're closer. So here there was a separation. They went down, and now it's trying to come back, get closer. Okay, and if you go to the 2 minutes, you can see this is what's going on now with the 2 minutes. Alright, so there was a green bar, red. It didn't really clear the green bar. So for those of you fellows who are doing the color change, this would not be a good entry. This would have been a good entry up to here. Then they get out there, they wait. This would not be a really good entry because you can see it did not really clear that much. Stop loss here, stop loss there. Yeah, not that good so far with the GBPUSD. You can see that not that good, not that good. Okay, so let's go back to NAS 100. NAS 100 is right there. Again, you can see it's actually kissing the 20, which is powerful. It is resting on the 20. Okay. So just going up, 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 but the gap has widened here. So not a good setup today for us to follow those strategies. Not really good setups today. So for those who are using the free flow, they made money because they're in and out scalping the markets. Every color change, in and out, in and out, in and out. So that way they are making their money. But for our members who are using the 5-minute fast candle retest strategy, the fair gap, nope, they didn't really make any money because the strategy did not yield any appreciable trade today. Okay, you can't see any trade setup. I cannot see any trade setup that made sense. You can see this one here. Again, you can see did not make any movements that were appreciated. Okay, so we're gonna call it a day, all right, and we will trade on Friday. Because of this, we're gonna give you a bonus live session on Friday and try to grow this account. By then, we should have probably this complete, the market brain complete for you guys to come in here and do all your stuff. Okay, and we should also have a what do we call it? A compound analyzer or compound calculator, so you guys can know how to compound your small accounts to big accounts, where you can start taking massive wins. And we want to see these wins change. Instead of 595 in 22 minutes, it should be 5,000 or 50,000 or 500,000 in 22 minutes. And that is coming, okay? It is coming. All right, you're going to be seeing that in this channel. So just make sure you subscribe, follow, and hit the bell notification so you are notified when we go live next. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. Oh, I still have 9 minutes. I said we're going to push it to 11:30, so 2 hours to make this live 2 hours. 30 hours bonus, okay? And since that's taking place, we could just be looking at what's going on here in this market, okay? The gold looks like that, broke out there. Gold broke out, 930 was right there. It broke out there, so it broke out here, it went up. It's trying to come down slowly, slowly, it's trying to come down. And what is the sentiment for gold lately? If you can look at gold, it's been tending going upwards since. Let's look at the daily chart, the highest time frame. Let's look at the daily chart. Then let's. Oh wow! So gold has been all over the place. This is the daily chart. There was a big drop in gold here, and now it's rallying up. You can see the daily is green, so it's green. Overall, it's going up. Gold is going up. It did fall here. There's a big drop here. It had gone so high. Literally, it had gone so high. Gold was at what is this level? Trading at almost 6,000. Wow. And then it fell all the way down here to 4,000, 4,400, and now it's slowly creeping up. Gold lost almost 2,000 points. Wow, that was a major shakeout. Beginning of this, end of January, beginning of February. That was a massive shakeout. Those 3 days, a lot of money was made for those who shorted gold, and a lot of people lost their accounts too. Okay? Market does that. When market wins on one side, it's losing on the other. Some people are winning when others are losing. That's how it is. It's a dynamic. It's like energy. You can just transform it. You cannot destroy it. You just transform it from one form to another. So when somebody else is short is getting liquidated, somebody's long is making money. So that's how it is. When you're shorting the market, somebody else is taking a long somewhere, and when you win, the guy with the long gets liquidated. And the other way, reverse. If the guy in the long is winning, that means your short is being liquidated. So they're taking money from you to give to X, to Y. Y is losing, X is making money. When X is losing, Y is making money. So the bears and the bulls, they coexist. Sometimes the bears are stronger, sometimes the bulls are stronger. So the longs are making money, the bears are losing money. In this case here, when it's going up like this, those who are shorting are being liquidated. Laterally, you're losing money because the asset is going up. Yeah, so you can see what's going on here. Yes, I got a message here saying that's from one of our coaches. Yeah, he's saying that the market was a little funny today, but they made money. So those who made money using the FCC, the scalpers, the master, we call them the master scalpers. The scalpers were making money. They are celebrating in the group because I see a lot of high-fiving and celebrations over there. It's because of the strategy they were using. So two things we have learned today. The strategy that you use also determines how you make money in the market. Someday you're going to come in and you don't get your confirmations, so you don't take any trades. Whereas somebody else using a different strategy could be taking trades, and they'll be telling you, they may seem not to understand why. Why didn't you take a trade? Because we're using different rules, okay? So that's exactly what happens. So that's how the market is. It goes up and down. So you can see gold went up, it's coming down. Now, if you are going to sit and watch, if it comes down to this level here and it goes up again, starts going up, you can literally take a long trade and ride it up all the way. A 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio should see you Valhalla, home, okay? Because it may end up trying to retest that level or beat that level. Because you can see lately it's been posting higher highs. So today it printed this high right there, okay? You can see that high, this high right there. So it printed that high. So gold may decide to come all the way down and go boom to make another higher high. So if that happens and you enter there, you can ride it all the way up to that level. And that's why I'm saying Valhalla. Now, something else could happen is gold can decide to go that way and come and retest this level there. Okay, so it can come and retest that level and go back that way. If this is a strong support level, they may come to retest that level right there. So that's another possibility. That's possibility number 2. That's possibility number 1. Or another possibility is, like we just said, you can see there isn't much momentum at the moment to really push it all the way down to that level there. Okay. So it could come all the way, kiss this level here, and decide, let's go back and post what we've been doing today, the higher highs, what we've been doing lately. Because there's this one here, and we went all the way up there today. You see that? So that is possibilities. There's several possibilities there. Several possibilities. All right, guys, let's end this. It's 11:29, so we said we're gonna end it at 11:30. And I really appreciate you guys who are on here. Those of you who are watching the replay, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this channel to at least 10K subscribers so we can reach as many people as possible. Learning these skills is what's going to make a difference in our lives, our entire groups of our communities, our cultures. Multiple skills, okay? Learn multiple skills. Learn how to make money online, okay? If there's anything that taught us, the pandemic, we learned a lot, okay? A lot of it touched close to our hearts, and that's when we decided to do these trainings. Okay, we've been underground for many years. Some of us have been online since 1998. A lot of our coaches have been online for many years. Digital marketing, trading, the markets, crypto, forex, gold, stocks, anything, metals, wheat, iron, platinum, oil. anything that can be traded assets wise, indices, futures, markets, they have been there, been doing it, and they're still doing it. They're down in the trenches. They're very busy. However, we decided, we're going to share some of our knowledge with the public, and that's why we started the Smart Wolf Club channel. And would like you guys to subscribe. Make sure you follow, ask questions. That's the most important part. If you don't ask a question, we don't give you any answers. We don't show any, because we don't know what you need, what you're lacking, what help you need. Okay, so make sure you ask the questions. You can comment below, or you can ask our questions on our. You can join the groups and ask questions. Most people join and they don't ask any questions. So if you don't ask questions, you don't get any answer. As the master teacher says, if you make a move, I move. If you don't move, I don't move. Okay? If you knock, we open the door. If you don't, we don't know you're outside. Okay? You gotta knock the door so we don't know you're standing outside. Knock the door so we can open for you. And join the club, the Smart Wolf Club. Now, some of you need extra coaching, hand holding. You need somebody to over the shoulder. You want to learn at your own pace. You want somebody to coach you, mentor you. You can join our mentorship. It's right here. If you go to the profitwellnesshub.com, profitwellnesshub.com, where it says apps, go to the apps, where it says private trading mentorship, go and join that mentorship. Okay, so you're gonna have one-on-one session each month. You have several credits remaining for that 1 month. So this student, for example, has 2 credits remaining. Okay, so they can book the session here, click book, and there'll be a calendar, so you can book at your own convenience. And one of our coaches is going to spend some time with you to go through your trading, whether you need to learn the basics or some setups or some strategies. They're going to help you see the light at the end of the tunnel. That is the idea. We work together, and we learn together, we trade together, we win together, we lose together, and we move on as a group. Okay? They say together we can go very, very far. Alone you can move first, but together we can go very, very far. Now you want to go very, very far, because a 1,000-mile journey starts with that single step. The first step is join the mentorship. Okay, very important. I wish some of us had mentors when we started. It would shortcut your journey to success, trading or anything online. Okay, so with that, guys, let's end this powerfully. Let's say a word of prayer. In the belief of the power almighty, we pray that those who are going to apply this training may be successful. We pray for those who spend time with us, that they may also be rewarded in their efforts. Even though we didn't take any trade today, we believe we're going to take trade on Friday. We have a live session at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those who are going to come back with us, may they also be successful taking some trades. For now, we're going to leave the market, and may the market be stable. And for those of our members in the community who have made a lot of money today trading other strategies, we thank you for that. We pray this in the belief of the power almighty. Amen. Guys, I will see you next time. Make sure you subscribe, share this, and like this video. Okay, and if you didn't understand anything, please watch the replay again and again, because they say repetition is the mother of learning. I might have said something that you didn't understand. Go and listen over again and see what our thinking, our analysis is all about, why we didn't take no trades, why you think we should have taken a trade at some point we didn't, or what we are missing. It doesn't matter. Go and watch it and understand our reasoning. Okay? And with that, I'm going to end it now, and I'm going to stop the streaming, and let's see if OBS cooperates. Boom. You will not be able to